Yes, I do, thank you, Mr President. I refer to comments by...
Order on my left. Senator Bernardi, you have the call.
Thank you, Mr.
Order.
Should I wait for Senator Wong to finish interjecting?
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Bernardi.
Senator Conroy's getting
Order on my left and right.
Thanks, Stephen.
Senator Bernardi. Senator Conroy. Senator
I
Bernardi.
refer to comments by Labor's Shadow Minister for Finance on Sky News today that Labor's strategy to repair the budget involved higher taxes on superannuation, which, and I quote, Labor had put in place. Will the Minister advise the Senate whether any such higher taxes on superannuation have been legislated?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. Well, I sat there this morning in my office working through some files on how we can repair the budget mess that Labor left behind. I was having my Wheaties on the side, and I nearly choked on my Wheaties, Mr President, as I sat there listening to the Shadow Minister for Finance suggesting that they had fixed the budget by increasing taxes on superannuation and that they actually had put it in place. Well, Mr President, it's true that there was a big battle inside the Labor Party. Mr Crean against Ms Gillard, and everybody at each other's throat, attacking each other about the class warfare that the Gillard government initiated. I think even Senator Carr, got in on the act at the time. And it is true that Mr Shorten, on the back of a coaster, wrote up a bit of a sort of a brain snap on how he could, go back with his hands into the pockets of people across Australia saving for their retirement. But you know what? He banked it in the budget. He never legislated it. He never legislated it. As so often with Labor, they all talk and no action.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Bernardi, a final supplementary question.
Yes, Mr President. I refer to comments made by the same Shadow Minister that Labor put in place tax measures to deal with multinationals shifting money across to tax havens. Would the Minister be kind enough to advise the Senate whether any such measures have actually been put in place?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. The short answer is no. I mean, Labor was all talk and no action. They said they would do this and would do that, and they didn't. You know what they said they would do? They said they would stop giving a tax subsidy to multinational companies earning more than $20 billion a year for research and development. They said they would scrap the tax subsidy that is currently in place. They never legislated it. They never legislated it. And now that we are trying to do the hard work for them, they're opposed to it. They're opposed to it. That is the modern Labor Party. They try to walk on both sides of the road. They try to walk on both sides of the road. Some of the measures that they put forward on the tax front, when we came into government and said, OK, well, so how are they going to be implemented? The Treasury officials were very embarrassed. They said, Minister, these measures that Labor announced and banked revenue in the budget against are unimplementable. Unimplementable. In the end, we had to draw a line. We had to deal with all of the Labor spiders that we inherited. We had to fix all of the problems that we found.
Thank
when
you,
we got
Minister.
in, and
the
we are
time for
working to
answering the
repair your
question
mess.
has expired.